got Stroker Ace off White Pepper. This really sticks out in the track listing. Other than Grove, this is the only like hard rock track really on the album that rocks this hard, and it's definitely the fastest. And it's, you know, just a great song with a fun, simple guitar. Well, it's a lot of heavy guitar. It's very prominent, but, you know, it's nothing too out of this world hard to learn. So we've got, and this is all in E standard. So let's get right into it. So we're gonna start off with it's just sort of a slide. I don't know from what note. Maybe like A up here on the what's that? 17th of the E. Maybe there. I don't know. Just anywhere like up high that you just slide down on the low E. All right, and then we burst into the song, and this is the main riff. So just gonna start with the open E. You could go power chord. I think it actually maybe just sounds better if you just go open E string. But yeah, open E. And then we're gonna go. All right, so. All right, so that's just, and we're not gonna do any. It's just one hit on the open E. We don't do that. We just go. All right, so that's 3, 7. So. And then, all right, 7, 5. All right, that's definitely bending up there on the third of the E. And I feel like sometimes live, sometimes it feels like he's doing that. He's like pulling off from the fourth of the E. He's going. And maybe he is sometimes, but I think it sounds better if you just like bend as much as you can as you pull that off, right? Or you pluck it and then you pluck open E, right? So. But yeah, so that's the riff. And then you can sort of end it with a power chord. You just pause it real quick, mute it, and then the verses. All right, so that's just pulling off there, pluck open, and then open D and G. Right, so then bend up, and again you could, if you want, just play that. I prefer just do this. All right, so that's the verse, and it's just, you know, space in between, right? That's what makes that so great, is I love the space in between. That's just going into the chorus, and then for the chorus we have it's this chromatic thing, so it's right. So just 7, 6, 5, 6 on the A. This part's actually pretty tricky, and the last note you're gonna play there is that. And then we do this. This is probably the toughest part of the song for me, honestly, even more than the solo or anything. Is this part here, because it's kind of hard to fit these little things, all these notes in here at a lot of time. Right, so I like to sort of. This is D string now. right? So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So that you do those last two, and you could also end it just by going, right? And because you got to make it back to this note, and that's kind of hard to do from this note because you got to, right? So just be careful of that. You know, and then we get into a G. You can also play a power chord. I prefer to do it that way. And then C sharp power chord. You could also do the third in there, like that. Either works. C sharp, then D, E flat. And he does that. You can throw the open E in there, but you definitely want to throw that power chord in there and slide it down, right? And then back into the verse. All right, and that's pretty much the song. And then it's just the solo. There are two solos, I guess. So that's just this here. I think he may also be picking these on the album. So and this, don't let this lick intimidate you at all. If you're newer, don't worry, because this is it's a lot of guitar players' favorite spot, because it's easy to sort of go crazy in this spot because you can just pull off everything, right? Even though he's trem picking here, it's a bit easier to pull off these fast licks than it would be like up here, right? It's a bit easier to just get. All right, so if you want to just pull off, you can do that, and if you want to pick, you know, you can do that too. And I think it just sounds more like how he does it on the album. But anyway, so this is just 3-2 open on the E and G. Then he does it on the G there. So he does it 3 times, and then on the G, and then ends it on the E, on the second of the D. Right, and then that's the first part. So, right, and you know, you can be a little bit sloppy with it because it's a very like Jimmy Page kind of lick, right? And then up here, so what I think he's doing is I think he's plucking this. So, which is 15 of the B, and he's pre-bending. So even while you're playing it, you can pre-bend up a whole step on the 14 of the G, and then so release the bend, and then pluck that. I think it sounds really good if you do that while you're holding this note, right? So I just think it sounds cool. And then he does some like harmonics, which is kind of neat. In terms of where it's a little, the best I can figure for the first part is it feels like he's up here on the 9th. So yeah, up here in the A9. This is all on 9. So A9. Sorry, D9. Then E. Then A. He kind of hits that twice. So D, E, A, and then G, which is kind of neat. And then he does similar thing like around here, like on the 4th fret, I think. I'm not exactly sure where, but of course, and if you have enough gain on your amp and all that, which obviously I'm playing with, you're hopefully gonna have these harmonics ring clear enough, loud enough, I should say. He's basically just kind of like he's playing in just anything on the 4th fret, honestly, right? Right, so I'm sort of starting on the D and G, and then maybe even throw in like an E note here on the 5 of the E, or even something like that. I wouldn't play the B. I wouldn't play that, but anything like that, basically. All right, and then I guess you call it the second solo. Right, so this is the outro of the song, right? So you could do this here as well on the E, 10 and 12. I probably prefer doing it there, but you also do it here. So that's just this pluck, hammer on. Right, and then just put them in there. And then similar to what you did before, where he's pre-bending, he's doing the starting off on 15 of the beat. He's gonna does that very classic kind of Diener lick, right, and then 14, 12 on the D and A, and he slides down there and sort of ends the phrase on the 11A, right? So, and then he does this kind of cool chromatic thing. All right, so I don't know if he pulls those off because he's definitely like hammering on there, or he could be picking. He could be pulling off those backwards. So that's but it's 12, 13, 14, and then 12 of the D. All right, and then he sort of descends like that. So pulling off there. Right, so ending on the 12 of the E there, so alright, and then doing a big old unison bend, maybe even over bend it a little bit, because I think that's what he's doing. Alright, so and then so it does that, and then that's our end. So unison bend there and bring it up, right? 4 of those, and then right. So that's just 14 of the G and 12 of the B. And then, as long as you get it back down there, right, just slide it down there. Maybe you're throwing a little vibrato in there before you slide it down, so. That's pretty much the song. Thanks for this request. Hope you have a lot of fun playing this one. It's a really fun one to play off White Pepper. It's just, and you see them whenever they play this song, it really gets the crowd going and all that. It's like a secret weapon, right? It's a good song to just kind of punch you and wake you up. Anyway, have fun learning it, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.